I thought it was a really good win for us. I think both games this week, I think, is progress because we won a couple games where we didn't play great, but we played harder and played with more purpose and more connected as a group than we did against Northridge. And so I really am happy with our week. We'll free throws will come and go. Rebounding was an issue, but when you're playing without the Troy Oreys, like I think you saw at the end, the last minute or two when they're both fouled out, it's a different story on the boards. But when we have those guys out there, and the first half we struggled without, because especially in the zone, Kadir's just so good at getting ones out of his area, and those were ones we weren't getting in the first half. So rebounding we can get, we've had, it's kind of been a story of us, but we've had to out rebound people significantly to win, and today that wasn't the case, but we found another way. I thought our zone was really active and it had good awareness. I thought the zone really helped. I mean, they're a great three-point shooting team, and I thought it kept them off balance, and they struggled from three, and then they got some good looks at the end, and they were out of rhythm and couldn't make the ones that they normally make. So, it's nice to have after last week, it's nice to hold serve at home and get ourselves back in position to go on the road and try to get back into the conference hunt.
A bit of a sloppy start, rough start, and then obviously Kadir picks up those fouls. So he also had a couple of turnovers early on. What was the thought process of pulling him there and then not bringing him back in until the second half?
Well, because I think when both Lucina, because I just explained this to them, in the locker room. I think, everybody thinks they can play with fouls, but for two guys that are as aggressive as they are, I think again, is it really worth the risk? You saw how valuable they are when they both fouled out. Is it worth the risk? And especially, Chase is sick and everything. As a coach, you're trying to get to the second half where they can play free, and that's when they play their best. And I'm not worried about his turnovers early. He was just trying to be aggressive, and he's gotten so good with the ball on a break. He's a little excited early because I think I've challenged these guys, and these two guys have been leaders as far as we're gonna play tougher. We're gonna be the aggressor. And I need them without fouls to be able to be those leaders with our playing hard and being aggressive.
Kadir, you played less than 5 minutes in the first half. Did you feel like you had some really fresher legs in the second half? It looked that way.
Of course. Like you said, I was a little frustrated. I wasn't able to beat up for my teammate, help my teammate, But at the same time, I had like the same situation against Michigan. And so I was just trying to focus on the team, not just myself, and then be prepared for the second half. He told me that like after the Michigan game, he said he decided to bench me because he didn't want me to be on foul trouble and then have like fresh leg, like you said, for the second half. So I think that's what happened. I wasn't tired at all.
And it's really, if guys have the right mindset to it, it's a huge advantage in the second half. Marcus had a really good attitude at DePaul. He played like 5 minutes and had like 25 points the second half. And I don't know how many rebounds Kadir had in the first half, but he had 0, right? So he had 11 rebounds in the second half. So, and again, like I said, in the zone, he's so valuable because he's getting balls. Zone is a really hard thing to rebound out of. He's one of the best zone rebounders I've ever coached because he goes and finds the ball out of his area.
So from your point of view, what's the difference between this game and Cal State Northridge?
This game, I know we know our first home game. We wasn't really prepared. They came over here, and then we had lost the game. So this week it was like a challenge for us. Our goal in the beginning of the season was we didn't want to lose a home game. So after we lost that game against Season, it was like a punch in the mouth. So we felt like we had to like get better and do it came through the week. At practice, we started.
That's what I was going to say.
We will focus on practice and stuff because we know we have to do better against Cal Poly and then this game to get a win.
Can I say that Kadir on Tuesday set a tone for this week, in that he huddled everyone. We're not complaining about fouls because we did that a lot on Saturday. We're going to call our own and we're going to make each other better without it being worrying about we want to win on Thursday and Saturday, not today, because Tuesday's a very competitive day and sometimes they lose focus of the big prize, and they're just trying to win the drill and cheating the drill by fouling or not. But I thought too they were so much more connected this week, from huddles to I mean, he was complaining that the referees weren't letting him huddle up, and that's a great sign because and I told one of the assistants, good, make them keep telling us. Because every great team in college basketball huddles up. Every great team in the NBA huddles up, and are connected. And last week when they were doubling him and everything in the paint, there was a frustration and everybody went on their own. Today, even though you said it was sloppy in the first half, they stayed connected and they didn't. And finally, we were down 20-4 in the paint to start the game, and we end up with the paint with 46 points. And early, it's easy for guys to cling on to that game plan. But as it wears on, these two dudes wear you out, and that's what they did today.
No doubt. So did you call bank on that three?
That was my first three of my career.
First and only.
Better and then make an impact defensively and offensively in the paint and stuff. So when he was out, I felt like I had to I don't want to curse, but I had to work harder and get more rebound to help the team.
Hey, Coach, Riverside has a lot of new faces this year. What makes them tough to prepare against and then play against?
Well, they're well coached. They have a system. They're convicted to it. He does a great job. He was Coach of the Year last year in the league for a reason. I think he's got respect in our league, and they so it might be new guys, but they're gonna play. And they swept us last year for the first time in the 17 years I've been here. So we knew it was going to be a hard game, and I think that was one of the things last week. I think you can never underestimate anybody in a league game, and I think they came out and were way more aggressive than our guys were prepared for last Saturday, and I thought I was really proud of the way today, even though we weren't scoring. We came out and got 3 stops in the first 3 possessions. We haven't done that all year, and that's a good sign that we're getting better.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.